Hello and welcome back to more Overlord, where the complete decimation of a force, Ein's calling upon his own magical powers, and summoning quite a few baby goats, and then proceeding to completely wipe out the majority of the kingdom's forces. If he wanted to show his complete domination in power, that is definitely one way to go about it. Unfortunately, it does look as though there's going to be some people caught in the crossfire here that we actually kind of care about, rather than just random foot soldiers. One of which being Gazef, standing in front of Ainz on his own for his king and country. You have to give him some commemoration for that. I wonder exactly how much Ainz will humour Gazef, and if he'll show him any mercy. Let's see. To be fair, he's done quite well for pointing his sword at Ainz for this long and not suffering consequences. At least he knows it. There is still mountains of physically close and being able to actually do anything. Quite a difference. Probably not really, but he's not just going to let it go. So, he's honourable to the last. I guess that okay, no, that... I was about to say, the greatest mercy that he can bestow is just to kill him. But with Ainz not willing, potentially, to let someone like him just slip away. He wants to join in as well. Is it because he doesn't want to let him go through this alone? Since they had that big talk on the tower. Because Earth knows it's no use for him joining in as well, is it? I wonder if this world knows what he means by PvP. Huh. He doesn't want to be resurrected? But Ainz was giving him that one. I mean, it takes resolve to face Ainz, but does it? It takes quite a lot as well to stand on the sidelines and just watch your friend die. They're surprised by the question, they're more surprised by Gazif's answer. Was he just analysing the power, or was he doing something to the Zord? It would take more than that to actually be useful. Yeah. Yeah, he is kind of overpowered. At least that dagger managed to cut him. So he's got something that is potentially slightly dangerous. So we can't really duel him honourably if he can't even do anything. You see, knowing everything about Ainz and how magnanimous he is, he's still honourable in a way, as long as you don't do anything to anger him or go against his underlings. He's quite reasonable. To some extent. Gazef has prepared himself wholeheartedly, protecting the kingdom. Really? You just go ahead and stop time. Did you really think they would prepare something like that, though? Well, as soon as it started, it was over. You know, it seems kind of mean, but I kind of get it. I mean, Ainz didn't want to see him struggle and realise that it's impossible to do anything. So he gave him like an honourable end, with him still thinking, you know, he was stood up against Ainz, giving him the glory in that. You can't be mad at Ainz. Well, you can, but already told him, don't even bother with resurrection magic. I mean, does the kingdom have a plan to stop this? You should give him a grand burial for what he did. He saved the kingdom for at least 3 days. You understanding a fraction of his power now, are you? And that is without the additional effects. Oh, and your own forces were damaged just through the sheer terror. Has that broken him? The Marquis got away, didn't he? Did he just go straight to his family and run or something? The king is mourning the loss of Gazef, which goes to show what he actually thought of him. A commoner turned royal guard. Because he didn't want you to die. This gave him a way out of everything. Hmm. Oh no! I don't think we're gonna see that search team or their findings. Basically, do you hand over power to this foreign invader and have their an inside struggle for power from all the lords and nobles, or do you say no and get everyone killed? A way forward? Forward thinking as ever. Can't get that drink though. What do you want to win against? Find your next goal. Huh. Sure, he'll find a new way to best him. Fair enough. Oh, he's made his resolve. Good, we've got this kind of a bittersweet resolution. If I actually was invested in the interactions with some of these characters. He's holed himself away in the bedroom. In a room. He's trying to step up. quite an easy life, in juxtaposition of what just happened. Well, that's what you think. Put down the scissors. I don't want to think what plans she has concocting. Everyone's afraid. This is the introductions of your new ruler and chief. Yeah, great way to get the citizenship on your side. Send hundreds of undead through. But considering most of their army is undead, what else could they do? Well, most of the army that they've shown. I don't really want to make assumptions. Oh no. Oh dear, kid. We understand your feelings right now. I'm guessing his father was one of the soldiers, but, down, Albedo. I mean, was that really unexpected? That, however, was. Shouldn't have been, but it was. Of course, Ainz would go up against himself. So either he... I know he's planned all of this from the offset. I guess having the strongest warrior in all of Kingdom do something. Love the battle poses. You've got to flaunt everything, don't you? Getting the eyes of the populace on you. What have you got planned? Okay, Pandora's actor. So I was thinking that maybe he teleported out of the cabin thingy and did this, but no, it's just Pandora's actor. It's quite good that they've got a member of Nazarick who can shapeshift, isn't it? So he's the... Watchdog's a good word I was looking for, but... So, yes, having this strongest under your command, and therefore getting somewhat of the loyalty of the peasantry. As long as they don't stand out, they won't be harmed. As smoothly as a complete occupation can go, I guess. Something else that you planned right from the beginning. So, yes, obviously, Ironside had this planned straight from the beginning, and it wasn't just sheer luck and using the means at his disposal as at the time. He's done well, though, hasn't he? It's quite useful that all of them were quite powerful to begin with. Lucky he didn't start off as like a level 1 villager in this world. They all got their own little congratulatory comment. Well, the ones who matter, at least. So they will still have that level of honorific. That is one way to get your name out there, definitely. I mean, if the Tomb of Nazarick itself wasn't enough to draw anyone, having the Kingdom of Einzungaun, sorry, Sorcerer Kingdom, that would definitely draw anyone out of the woodwork that knows that name. There are small things in this where it is like, oh, using himself as an intermediary to himself and the people is very clever. Plus, if anyone has any uprising thoughts, they'd probably go to Moman. So that he could nip them in the bud as well. Tis a shame, though. The shame being that was the last official episode of Overlord Season 3. And leaving it on the... It wasn't really a cliffhanger, is it? But subjugation of a kingdom. The creation of their own. Things have definitely taken a ramp up in the last few episodes compared to when he was just kind of scouting out the place originally in the first series. The hunt for other world items and all of that seem to have cooled off, but that's in like the back burner. There is what looked to be a chibi-fied OVA thing, so let's see what that has to offer. But along with that, I have also decided what I'm watching after this. So, yeah, there's no vote for what's after Overlord, because I know what I'm watching. And it's been in the works for months. And it incorporates... No, actually, I'm not going to give away too much, apart from those of you who already know what it is. Overlord is one of those shows which I just enjoy, because I've always been a fan of the fantasy genre, and it doesn't really hold its punches when it's showing off the depravity of humanity, and the world, and the troubles and turmoils that we as a species have had to go through. And then just throws monsters into the mix. And if we ignore the CGI aspect, it's got some great animation. The music is astounding at some points. Not to the level of some other shows, like Made in Abyss with its soundtrack, but definitely it's quite good. Can't ignore Mithra and Royd a lot of the time, can you? So I hope you have enjoyed Overlord. If you have, please let me know by liking the video, commenting down below, and if you want to go an extra level above, you can subscribe to my channel. Of course, if you've already done that, you can pat yourself on the back and join in with the Discord, which I'm using a link down below. If you've already done that, you may be going too far. And with this latest victory in tow, and world domination probably set in his sights somewhere down the line, I'm waiting for further installments of Overlord. But until then, get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.